Here we are, we're on our last video here. So we're going to use the remainder theorem to find out if this is a factor of this. The remainder theorem goes like this. If you take all the factors of your last term, plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 5, plus or minus 10, and divide it by the factors of your in front of your largest power, plus or minus 1, those are all the possible factors. No place in here is there a negative 6, so we know that this would not divide into that. So the answer is no. For 46, we're going to find the area of a sector with a central angle of 172 and a radius of 8.2, and we're going to round to 1 decimal place. Well, here are my two formulas for finding the area of a sector. This one's for degrees, and this one's for radians. Notice, just like on the test we had a while back, that this is given to me in degrees. We can either change this into radians and use this formula, or we can plug it into this formula. I'm going to choose to plug it in here because it seems easier to me. 8.2 squared. So I'm going to take 172 times pi times 8.2 squared equals divided by 360 equals, and I get that the area of this thing is 100.9 inches squared. We certainly could have used this formula, and so you're going to take 172 times pi over 180 and simplified it to get your radian measure, and the 8.2 would still be that. Works both ways. Same thing here for your intercepted arc length. Here's the one in radians. Here's the one in degrees. You could use either one. Because it's given to me in degrees, I'm going to use the degree one. All these formulas were given to you in the book. Radius is 5. So I'm going to take 56 times 10 times pi, divide that by 360, and I get the intercepted arc would be 4.9 feet long. Notice that this is not an area, so I'm not going to square anything. Find one positive and one negative coterminal angle at 136. 136 is going to be out this way. To find the negative angle, I'm going to go this way around to get to it. So I would say 136 minus 360. And I get this angle going the clockwise around is negative 224 degrees. To get my other angle, I'm going to start here and go positive direction around. If I go around once, it's 360, and then back to this, so I would say 360 plus 136 gives me 496 for my other reference angle. If I want to give you all of them, then I would say 136 plus 360 n. If your n is -1, you get the negative 224. If it's positive one, you get this one, so on and so forth. For 47, we're going to describe the transformation. So because our graph of this is going to look like that for this one, and for the blue one, we know since it's inside here, we're moving it 5 to the right, so it's going to look kind of like that. So we know that this is a move of 5 to the right. Find the range. Remember, the range is the y values for this. My range starts at -2, and it's going to go to, since there's no arrows, it appears as if it goes to about 2.5. For 49, the two transformations, one is the flip because of the negative. So this is a flip. And we moved it up, moved up 2. And our last one, if we're going to find the fog, that means to find f of g of x. So we're going to do our g of x, which is 2 minus x. Then we're going to plug that in for the x in the other function, which gives me 4 minus 2 minus x squared. And I'm going to get 4 minus 4x plus x squared. And if I get rid of the negative, I get negative 4 plus 4x minus x squared. Simplifying that, I get negative x squared plus 4x. And thank you very much.